HOA, Karen called the cops. Over snow on my lawn, then police. Realized I owned her street. I've lived in my neighborhood long before it had an HOA. Back then, it was just a quiet stretch of homes, connected by a short private road that everyone used but almost no one understood. Especially Karen. Karen moved in about 2 years ago and immediately acted like she was elected mayor of the block. She measured lawns, reported trash cans, and once complained that my porch light was too bright for community harmony. I ignored her. Until the snow came. Bussers, the snow complaint. That winter was brutal. Heavy snow, constant storms, and freezing temperatures. I cleared my driveway and the sidewalk like I always did, but I didn't touch my lawn. Because why would I? Snow sat untouched on the grass. Perfectly normal. Apparently not to Karen. One morning, I looked outside and saw her standing at the edge of my property, taking photos and shaking her head dramatically. An hour later, I heard sirens. 2 police cars pulled up. Pues, Karen calls the cops. Karen rushed toward them before they even shut their doors. He's violating city code, she said loudly, pointing at my yard. Snow hazard, neglect, HOA violation. One officer walked over to me. Sir, he said calmly, we got a call about unsafe snow conditions. I nodded and asked, on my lawn? Yes, he replied, confused. I gestured around. There's no sidewalk here. No public access. Just grass. Karen jumped in. It melts and refreezes. It's dangerous. And he refuses to shovel because he's above the rules. I almost laughed. Instead, I asked the officer a simple question. Do you know who owns this street? The confusion. The officers looked at each other. Karen scoffed. The HOA owns it, obviously. I shook my head. No, I said, I do. Silence. The officers asked for proof. I went inside and came back with a folder I'd kept for years. Property deeds, plats, and easement agreements. Turns out when the neighborhood was first developed, the builder went bankrupt. I bought the undeveloped road parcel at auction years ago to protect access to my home. Everyone had a right to use it, too. But ownership, that was mine. Oh, the realization. The officers reviewed the documents carefully. One of them looked at Karen and said, Ma'am, this street is private property. His private property. Karen's face went pale. She stammered. But the HOA... The officer cut her off. The HOA has no jurisdiction here. Then he turned to me. Sir, you're not required to shovel snow from your lawn, or the road, or anything beyond city sidewalk limits. I nodded. That's what I thought. Karen makes it worse. Instead of backing down, Karen doubled down. Well then, she snapped, I demand he clear the street. It's unsafe. The officer raised an eyebrow. Ma'am, you called the police over snow on grass. You don't get to issue demands. Then came the part